This is real wastewater data for Contra Costa County in California, and this is a plot of the raw data. Now, I want to talk about data processing and WastewaterSCAN. So using a 3-point rolling average, this is what the data set would be changed to, where peaks and valleys would be smoothed out and you'd have a more manageable visual data set. Where if we go from a 5 rolling point to a 3 rolling point, the data will be further smoothed. So this is what the data looks like as a 5-point rolling average and how it compares to the original data. Now, what WastewaterSCAN does is they do a 5-point trimmed mean where they eliminate the highest and the lowest data point in the 5 points considered as it goes point by point. So in a data set like this, that might be an okay way to do things, but in addition to the 5-point trimmed mean, they do a 2-point rolling average or a center smooth, which leaves this black curve right here. What I'm going to do when I'm reprocessing all of their data is I'm going to go for this brown curve right here of a 5-point rolling average. Let me show you what happens in more interesting situations in other counties. Now, this is Davis, California, and as you'll see in the first part of the graph over here in the winter wave of 2020, there was a giant spike in COVID concentration. Now, this is what a 5-point rolling average will do. It will significantly reduce the peak and make it more manageable, but it doesn't get rid of it. It's still representative, where it fits the data like this. However, when we use WastewaterSCAN's trimmed average, their 5-point trimmed average with the smoothing, it completely eliminates those high peaks from the first winter wave and significantly reduces the second summer waves, or the first one here represented in the graph, dramatically reduces that peak as well. And to put this into perspective, I'm going to rescale to the original data. So that's how much the data is being quote unquote suppressed or reduced using the trimmed mean method, which I think is not really representative of that first and second wave within this graph. So far, I've reprocessed 24 out of the 59 California wastewater facilities, the ones that report to WastewaterSCAN, and I changed it to a 5-day rolling average, and this is what that data looks like. And already we're seeing some interesting things in terms of our current time period, such that in early September, around September 13th, it seems like we had quite a large peak that was not visible through how WastewaterSCAN is currently processing their data. And we're seeing much clearer signals in the wastewater data where we're seeing clear declines and clear increases in wastewater concentration. So I like the way I'm doing it a lot better than it's currently being presented on WastewaterSCAN. And here, let me show you real quick. So here's all 59 counties on WastewaterSCAN, and then there's the same data, but processed very simply with a 5-point moving average.